This is the power supply finished with all its bits and pieces connected. The induction coil, motor, power supply, switch and LED. All pretty straightforward. Just follow the instructions. Nothing that can trip you up on that. So the next thing to do for assembly, before using the 3 acrylics, please take the preceding film away, or protecting film away. Jawohl, right, here we go. We've done one side. I'll clean this off and I'll assemble all the components and see how we go. Be back. Well, I've got the backing off the 2 acrylic components, and the first step, it says lock the pillars using screws from the back. It doesn't look very clear at the minute, but I can see the motor sticking up, so the motor is going to mount like that. And a couple of screw doos. I don't know if these are the right screw doos. There's a countersunk one, there's a couple of countersunk. I'll try the countersunk ones. Right. Wrong hole. Screwing into fresh air then. Right, I'll nip that up. They look like brass to the pillars, but it's very difficult to see. I don't know. There's a couple of small pillars. Yeah, it's very difficult to see because the photograph is photographing this with showing black. Shaking a bit today. Just nip that up. Chap next door come and said, could I lend him a couple of spanners? And I just had this Barco adjustable spanner. And you should have seen how he brought it back. He chewed it to death. Apparently he was taking the packing nuts, the securing nuts, off a washing machine. Looks like he's tried to dismantle some rusted bolts on the 4th bridge. It's one of them, and there's the other of them. What am I doing? Why didn't you tell me I put it in the wrong side? Oh dear, dear, dear. You can't get the staff these days. Screw that one up and just give it a nip. No need for the half Nelson. I just want to be secure. That'll do. Right, we've got that. That looks like the drawing. Yeah, turn it over. That looks like the drawing. And now with it that way, we've got to put 4 plastic nylon pillars, not pillows. And there's the stick of hot glue for those who haven't got a glue gun. Right, and these go with the nuts on the top. So we've got that set of holes by the look of it, in line with the motor mounting holes. Again, we can use the barcode to it's only nylon, but they want to be nipped. Just been to unlock a car, picked the lock open on a car, which is not unusual. I do quite a few entry jobs when people have left keys in cars, but the one I don't like doing is the one I did today, when there's a young child or baby in the back of the car. Oh, it's frantic. The parents are jumping up and down, the kids are screaming. It's hard work. Anyway, as usual, we did it with no damage to the car. Just picked the lock, but it took me about 3 or 4, maybe, yeah, about 3 or 4 minutes. But people tend to think that you've got a magic wand to wave over it and it will magically appear, or they watch them on the telly where they just stick a paper clip in the lock and hey, presto, it's open. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. Lock picking is an art, not a science, and each lock you go to is different. Otherwise there wouldn't be locks. Alright, that's 4 pillars attached. Fix acrylic pillar screws, but not over tight and avoid due to breaking thin acrylic. Right, we've got another piece here. This dingy little piece has got to go on. The orientation isn't specific, so those two don't line up. Those two do. We haven't got over tighten these, it says. But again, it looks like countersunk screws, so here we go. Imagine this is going to be the support for, yeah. The support for the coil. And again, it's held on by hot glue. So that's the support. You're joking. Shows you soldering that on there before in the last paragraph. Now by the look of this, it's showing you to thread the wires through the bit of plastic. I cannot read it. Can't make it out. HRUM, and I think there's letters missing off it because the end of the box has gone. Cross the hole, then fix the primary coil to the acrylic by melt adhesive. It is showing in it. It does show the wires going through that hole, but I can't see the need for it. I don't want to dismantle what I've done. And those screws are still proud, stopping it going down. Right, well, I'll just have a play with that, putting us running the video and nothing happening. So I'll stop it for a second and come back when I've hot glued this on. I've mounted the coil with a bit of hot glue. Just spotted it in 4 places and spotted down these wires so far. I'm going to clamp it to the base now with the 4 screws. Which doesn't seem right at the minute because it's going to sit on them and it doesn't show I'll put them on there temporary, but that's not right to put those through there because they're going to It's not going to sit down properly with them. Just want to hold it on there for a minute. It's not going to sit on the table or anything else. Unless I put some rubber feet or something on the four corners, but we haven't got any rubber feet with it to do that. I suppose I could build it up with hot glue. Let's just fasten it down to see what the next step is. Right, that's it on its base. There's the spinny thing, which sits on there, but that's got to have a bit more work before it's finished. Just for a laugh, let's give it some power and see what we have or have not got. Powered off the USB, this one. But the first one I had, they sent a cable to power it with it, but with this one there is no cable, so you can either do it off a 5-volt transformer, or you can find a cable like what I have got. Right, power pack, power supply, push in, nothing. Switch on, more nothing. Oh, that's not too good then, is it? We've got nothing. The last one burst into life and went round and round, but so there's something missing off my power pack. There's a position for a diode on the bottom of there. Now on the top, on the instructions, it says it's shorted out with a piece of wire, D2. In the instructions, yeah, it says that's directly short-circuited, but it doesn't mention the one underneath. Of course, I could have made a complete wreck-it. Well, I wonder what happened if we shorted that out. Power. There's a switch going. I lost the switch. Oh, there it is. It is in the on position now. Probably got to short that out with. Still on the empty. So what silly thing have I done? Right, I'll have to check that out and we'll come back with an answer or not.